Hello guys, today we are going to learn how to label charts and tables or figures and tables using the APA style. To facilitate things, I've written the proposed labels for them already. So all that we do is I'll copy this and click on, this is the figure I want to label. Click on this chart and right click. When you right click, the menu that comes, scroll down to insert caption. With this menu, I can now paste it here initially. You could simply type it in if you don't, you could also type it in as an alternative. However, to make this video brief, I decided to write them down already. So you could simply type them in and click OK. Note that the label here is figure. Other alternatives are appendix, equation, and table. But given that this is actually a figure, we leave it as it is and click OK. So we have figure 1 assigned to it, farming system adopted by respondents. Since we are using the APA style, it is incumbent that we bolden it, change the font size to 12, to Times New Roman, and also we have to change the color to automatic, and that is it for the first figure. The second one is going to be assigned administrative map of Savlegu municipality. So I've copied it. I'll click on the map, right click, and scroll to insert caption. Now I can paste it and click OK. So we go through the same procedure of boldening, change the font size to 12, and Times New Roman before we make the color automatic. So we've named those two figures. Onto the tables, we can keep these two. For the first table, we click on the plus sign here at the edge of the table. Click on it, the table highlights, then similar to labeling the figures, you right click. And the menu that comes, you click on insert, select insert caption. There you have it. However, because the initial ones were figures, we need to change this to table. So this becomes table 1, give space, and paste the name. There we have it. There we have it for table 1. I'm sure you understand why I must do this, since we are using the APA style. We go back to, we can get rid of this. Let's copy the label, the name for the last table. We click to highlight, right click, and select insert caption. Automatically it's going to be table 2. Then we paste. Another thing you should know is that when we were labeling the charts or figures, position here was below selected item, and that is ideally how it should be when labeling charts or figures. However, when we are now labeling the tables, it automatically changed to above selected item. In this case, the label is going to appear above the table. However, in the case of the charts, the label appears below the chart. That is a key difference you should take note of. Then we click OK. Make the necessary changes. Voila. So we are done. We are done labeling the figures and the tables. A rule in labeling both figures and tables with the APA style is that for words more than 3 letters, you should capitalize the first letter, as I have done here. However, for those less than 3, like this, simply write it in lowercase. So that is it. The next thing you may want to add what we call the list of figures and list of tables. In that case, we will create a section for that. So we have the list of figures and the list of tables. If you are writing a long essay, the list of tables always comes before the list of figures, and each of them must occupy a fresh page. Each of them must occupy a fresh page. Now we have written them. We want to put headers to facilitate creating the list of tables in the event that you are writing a long essay or a report that requires the table of contents. So we first create the header. We are going to assign header 1 to both of them. Header 1, we get rid of this and that. Header 1 here as well, we get rid of this and that. Now that we've labeled our figures and tables, so to generate the list, simply go to references, go to captions, and under captions here, click on insert table of figures. When you click, the default caption label is table. Depending on the format, you may want to change. However, I am going to use from templates. Then click OK. There you have it. There you have it. We do a similar thing for the list of figures. However, the caption label, which is table in default, is supposed to be changed to figure. Then click OK, and then you have it. So basically, this is how you create the list of tables and figures, and I hope this is useful in your long essays or whichever writing you are going to be needing them for.